I'm just going to talk for 15 minutes. I'll preach at you guys for a little bit just because you love getting preached at, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Not even a smile, Alex? Okay, I nod. I would need you to do these packets. Okay, Bright House Academy, I want everyone to do it. I don't care if you've done it before. I don't care if you think you know everything. I want you to do it again. It's required. You're going to do it over the weekend. I want to post this online so you can't say I didn't say it. And if you don't do it on Monday, I'm going to fire you. Okay? Why am I going to fire you? Because I made this to help you. And if you aren't doing it over the weekend, then someone's lying. And it's probably not that you hate me and you think I'm dumb. It's probably this thing. It's called the same reason you haven't been to the dentist. Future self-neglect. Okay? So they did a study, they followed people from the time they were 3 years old to 40 years old. Does anyone know the study, the single attribute that was the number one contributor to success? It's a version of discipline. It's called their ability to delay gratification. So they would test the little kids. They'd put a marshmallow in front of them, and they'd say, hey, you can have a marshmallow now, or you can wait for an hour, and we'll give you 3 marshmallows. And the kids that were like, I'll just have my marshmallow now, had way, way worse outcomes when they were 30, 40 years old. And the kids that had the foresight and they cared about their future self, they had way better outcomes, right? So every single day, there's 2 competing people in your body. One's the ego and one's the higher self. You guys heard this before? Your ego is a dog. It's like an animal. It's a goyim. Does anyone know what a goyim is?
Yeah.
It's literally like it's just activating this part of your brain that doesn't even know words. It's not that intelligent. It's pretty intelligent, but it's just survival-based instincts. It literally is coming from survival-based thinking, and all it's thinking is, how am I going to survive today? It doesn't think like the true you, the ascended you, the enlightened you, the godly you, the higher you. The higher you is literally a God. Like, we're all children of God, right? We have infinite potential. We have to tap into that part of ourselves and do the stuff our higher self would do. So, for example, if God was in your body, Ari, he would love you so much, he wouldn't put any food in you that would make you sick. He'd be like, I know this stuff makes me sick. I'm not going to do that to people I love. Sometimes you wouldn't let your dog eat, chocolate because it's going to make him sick, but you eat stuff that's worse. So why? Because you have future self-neglect, you don't know how to delay gratification, and you're living in the ego. So some really simple rules to find out if you're living in the ego. The easiest one is this fear or is this love? In this decision-making process, are you driven by fear or are you driven by love? Are you going out today because you're afraid that you can't pay your bills and Tom's going to whip you and that's the only reason you're working? Or do you have self-love and love for your future self, and you know that you have to do things today to take care of your future self? So, a good example of that is going to the gym. It's like it kind of feels bad in the moment, but you care about your future self. Not eating junk food, eating healthy because you care about yourself. And so you can follow literally every single consequence that's happening to you is a result of future self-neglect. I'm going to tell you guys a really personal one. Okay? 9 years ago when I was in the military, in the mess hall, they feed you slop. Okay? They give you MREs and it goes to the lowest bidder and it's all in plastic containers. It made me so sick that I couldn't sit down. If I sat down, I'd fall asleep. I had nervous system meltdown syndrome. I was broken. The only way I could be awake is if I was on a high dose of stimulants. So I was on Adderall and Ritalin and all this stuff, which messed up my stomach even worse. And it got to the point where I couldn't digest anything. Anything I tried to digest just went straight through me. And I went to the doctors and I got a colonoscopy. And I went in and I did all of their medical stuff that the Army wants you to do, and none of it helped. So the truth is that the medical industry is extracting my body for profit. They don't care about me and healing me. They care about money. And so any sort of treatment they have is going to address my symptoms, not the root cause. They're not interested in the microbiome that they messed up by giving me high doses of antibiotics. All they care about is giving me some Band-Aid that's going to cover my symptoms. I knew that, and that was obvious. So now knowing that and being a higher being, what would I do? Okay, I have a stomach issue. What should I do? Well, I should get my stool tested and find out what's wrong with me. That's pretty obvious, but I didn't do it. I didn't do it until yesterday. It's been 9 years of me being a smart person, knowing that the medical establishment doesn't really care about me and they just want to profit off of me. But I was too lazy to do the very simple thing of paying $500, ordering a test, putting my poop in a box and shipping it to a lab to find out what's wrong with my stomach. So what things are you neglecting every single day that are keeping you from your blessings? It could be, for me, a really simple one is, this is a really simple one. My driver's license is from Idaho. I have to go to the DMV here and get a California driver's license. I haven't because I don't want to go to the DMV. But because I don't have an active license and my license has the corner of it chewed out because it's my dog ate it, I can't upload my ID to Apple Pay. And I'm spending I put a lot of my business expenses on my credit cards. I spend $10,000 a month on my Apple credit card. And I'm supposed to get 2-3% cash back. That's $300. Every single month I could be getting in cash back, but I don't get it because I haven't gotten a new license so that I could upload the proper license. So that's just one little example. I know that life's kind of overwhelming and it's just kind of damn, I have to get a license, I have to get insurance. It's just kind of overwhelming, everything we have to take care of. But if you don't step into your body and delay some gratification and do things every day for your future self, you're going to continually suffer the consequences of not being who you need to be. And the reason you're not who you are is because your past self didn't take care of you. Because you were stuck in the moment, you were living in fear. And when you're living in fear, you get overwhelmed, right? You're like, man, I'm just lucky to be alive. How many people have, stayed up late going out drinking or smoking and then had a hard time going to work the next day, right? And you wake up and you're maybe you just went to school and you're taking a test and you're like, oh my gosh, I hate myself. Why did I do that to myself? Well, you were feeling overwhelmed. Life's a little bit overstimulating. You're living in fear. You just wanted to feel alive. Whatever the reason was, you were acting like a goyim. You were acting from the ego. You weren't thinking like a god. A god thinks he's like the sun, and he moves like the sun. And the earth moves around the sun, right? And then the sun moves around the black hole, you know what I'm saying? There's levels to this, and you're behaving like a dog, and you're just thinking of today. You're just thinking, how am I going to get my next meal? How am I going to blah, blah, blah? You actually have whatever you want. The reality is that you're divinely called, you're divinely blessed, you have infinite knowledge and power, and all you got to do is claim it. And you can speak it and just keep your word. So you can say things like, I sever any ties or obligations I've made to people that are sucking my energy. That's something that I've done recently. Anyone who's taking my energy, I no longer allow that. I have allowed it. I'm not allowing it anymore. I'm going to take my energy, I'm going to put it exactly where I want it to go. And who's sucking your energy or who's sucking your time, right? You guys are all awesome. We have a small group here. Chaz asked me, he's like, hey, is core too small to meet today? I only got 1 minute. The answer is we don't come to core because there's 30 of us to hype us up. We're a sports team. We're here because we want to be better every day, right? I don't go to the gym because there's 5 people going to the gym. I go to the gym because I want to get buffer every day. I want to lose some weight. I want to get bigger, whatever it needs to be. So we come today, I'm going to give you these Bright House Academies. I'm going to give you the next 30 minutes just to work on them. It probably takes an hour. You could finish it in the next 30 minutes. Joshua's done them. He knows all of them perfectly, so he can help you with them. But just see this as this is a future self-investment. Every day we come into the office and we get better. And it's not about how many people come in or how much we hype each other up. It's because we're a sports team. You're never going to see a football team not have a football practice because they won the game on Saturday. I don't know who you think you are or what level of success you think you might have. You got to get better every single day. So when we come to the office and we are all supporting each other, there's synergy there, and then we're going to get better every single day. And we got to make sure that our trainings have time for that. So not, if I'm going to preach at you, I try to keep it less than 20 minutes, and I want to have at least 20 minutes of actually working on stuff. Today, we're going to get 30 minutes actually in there. As you guys get into this, one thing we're doing too much is we're saying too much on the doors. Two things I want to give you. So just overcome their objection, share one feature and benefit with them, and then ask them to move forward. Don't say too much. Write down exactly how you're going to overcome the objection, exactly what feature and benefit. The feature and benefit should be short and sweet, and then ask them to move forward. I just need to look at your meter. What side of the home is that on? That's the first thing I want to share with you. The second thing I want to share with you is we need to have more conviction at Bright House. I'm going to start bringing more of that vision for you guys so you can see it. But solar is a scam. Solar is a scam from all the scammers out there. Just in the same way that a used carman is a scammer. Does that mean that cars don't drive? Just means that he's a scammer, right? These guys, they're selling bad products. Truly, in Fresno, for years, they've been undersizing batteries and undersizing systems and giving them homeowners these low monthly payments that are too good to be true. And all their friends and family got scammed. And that is why I started my own business. I didn't feel comfortable selling for these companies. I didn't feel like we're interested in the outcomes. They're literally Ponzi schemes, just getting as much money in the door and then not worrying about the outcomes. So that's why we have our values of gratitude and integrity. I really do truly believe in solar. It really does work. If anyone thinks it doesn't work, they don't know it as well as I do. Let's dive deeper. Let's see what the problem was. Let's see if your salesman was uneducated. Let's see if we didn't have the real bill data, right? We can evaluate it, but we have to fundamentally believe. You guys might not know as much as I do, but you can believe that I believe, right? I know everything about solar. I have it on my house. Solar absolutely works. There's no doubt about whether or not solar works. And in California, it is the best market for saving money. Every other market, once those net metering programs go away, literally doesn't save you any money because their rate is like 15 cents. Our customers are paying 40 cents. So even with batteries, we can get that rate down to 25, 30 cents, and they're saving money. This is still the best market for solar, and we got to bring that conviction to the table. So every single door you're talking to, do not leave without the sincerity close. Look, hey man, I know there's a lot of crazy stuff going out in the world right now, but my name's Thomas Davenport. You can look me up online. You can look at my license. I've done 500 installs. I don't have a single complaint opened up against me. A single. How many other people have done 500 installs and they're out of business? Or like they're out of town, or you're not going to find them. I bought a business in downtown Fresno, so if you have any problems with what I've done, you can come knock on my door and talk to me. I've paid out every single one of my sales reps, even when they were dirty dogs and I fired them. I still paid them out because that's what they were owed and that was our obligation. That's the writing's on the wall, guys. Like it's all out there. It's all verifiable. The true story is verifiable. You guys just need to get that conviction that this is a really cool opportunity to sell for Bright House and we can really help people and switch over to that love based where I'm going to go out and help someone today. There's someone out there that's going to go solar with someone else and we love them enough to help them with that. We love them enough to set them up with Tom and Miles because they actually care, right? And we can do the right thing and we can make money. But make sure every single person you're talking to, you're looking them in the eyes and you're saying like, trust me. Trust me, I know. I know it's a crazy world, but you can still believe in people. We can still choose to have a brighter future. I promise you your PG&E bill is not going to go away, and I will take better care of you than PG&E. Give me a shot. Hit them with that sincerity close. Don't leave any closes without hitting them with that. Or sometimes we're just, me, myself, I'm being a little bit too intellectual, a little bit too logical with people. That's good, but at the end of the day, we're people. And that's what AI is never going to replace. It's like that conviction. It's like, you can trust me. Okay? So let's work on our words. Let's get our fundamentals down. Let's take care of ourselves. I want you guys to really think what you're doing and neglect yourself. And I want you to take action every day. I don't care how big your vision is. You need to take action every day, right? That's kind of like everyone is divinely called and inspired. Who's doing what they need to do today, right? No excuses. I need to take care of myself today, take care of your body, eat healthy, and work the hours. We're only working 4 hours. Like go out there and work your very hardest. Don't make any excuses to sit in houses with people that have a $1,200 true-up bill during our 4 hours of knocking time. We're only on the doors 4 hours of knocking. Make all of the rest of the time for sitting with people that have a $1,200 true-up bill. Because if you do solve their problem, they're going to be paying more than they are, so they're eventually not going to like it. And you're probably going to have to do it for like a $2,000 commission. And because it makes less sense, it's going to take an extra 3 hours to convince them to do it. You know, so just leave, go find someone that wants solar that's in our category of people that have a problem that we can solve, and do nothing but find those people during those 4 hours every day, and then spend the rest of the day and schedule around yourself like you're important. I'm I'm finding people from 2 to 6:30. If you want to meet, it's going to have to be after 6:30 or before 2. Set up yourself like your time is worth money and like that knocking time sacred. Okay?
Sweet.
Okay, I'm going to hand it over to Josh. He'll hand out your packets. And love you guys.